Hi there, Paul Carson here, Philadelphia Mortgage Brokers. And one of the topics as we start 2024, I wanted to touch on was new loan limits for the new year. Now, this is not the most exciting topic in the world, but I wanted to translate what this means to you as a home buyer or a home owner and utilizing conventional financing and really kind of making the most of your purchasing power. So the number to keep in mind for this year is 766,550. What this means to you now, if you're a first-time home buyer and looking to utilize conventional financing, you can put as little as 3% down for a conventional loan. Using the 3% down payment, this is going to translate into a sales price of a little over $790,000. Now, if you're not a first-time home buyer and still want to utilize conventional financing, you can look to put 5% down for your down payment. This is going to translate into a sales price of just under $807,000. Next kind of building block on down payment to 10% down line, that's going to translate into just under $852,000 in sales price. And a lot of folks who are looking to utilize 20% down and also a max loan, that's going to take your sales price buying power to the $958,000 range. So again, just keep in mind, utilizing the maximum conventional loan limit allows you to still buy a significant budget house without the need of the 20% down payment. But for those who do have the 20% down payment, that's going to take your buying range just into the mid-900 range. On the topic of 2024 loan limits for FHA, in the 5-county area outside of Philadelphia where we're based, so we're talking Bucks County, Chester, Delaware, Montgomery County, and Philadelphia County proper, those 5 counties have a loan limit of $557,750. Outside of the southeastern portion of the rest of Pennsylvania, it's a little bit under $500,000, but for our purposes, let's go with the max in the Philadelphia greater metro. $557,750 with a minimum 3.5% down payment, which most people utilizing FHA are using a minimum down payment. That's going to translate into a sales price of just around $578,000. Now, some folks utilizing FHA financing need to put 10% down for a variety of different reasons. So another option we see is FHA with 10% down. That's going to translate into a sales price a little bit over $613,000. Now, FHA loans are very popular and prevalent and a great option compared to conventional, depending on certain circumstances. Third option, last but not least, are VA loans. So for eligible veterans that have earned their benefit to use, they can utilize their VA benefit, and then the max loan limits for VA have for many years mirrored conventional conforming loan limits. So the same $766,550 for the conventional translates over to the VA side of things. So eligible veterans can put zero down on their VA loan up to the $766,550. Now that's the conventional line. Above that is considered the VA jumbo line. This specific segment above the $766,000 all the way up to a $3 million loan amount for VA is allowable and accessible for eligible veterans, even with zero downs. As home prices increase, technically, if you're making the same, it becomes less affordable to buy a house. Utilizing this type of strategy and knowing your max conventional loan limit and what's allowable in terms of down payment, it opens up a lot of doors for people to look at, wow, I didn't realize I could afford that price point. The monthly payment might not be an issue for some folks. And really, the issue, the challenge are cash to close and down payment and funds necessary to buy the house. So trying to figure out a solution and help folks maximize their buying power and make sure they can put themselves in the best position possible in a competitive market. That's ultimately what we're looking to do and why we want to focus on these types of conversations with loan amounts and things like that. On the same topic as a conventional loan limit, $1 above the conventional loan limit begins the jumbo territory. And the reason I say this and bring this up is jumbo is a whole different ball game in terms of guidelines and how you approach the financing structure. So getting a jumbo loan with 5% down is not necessarily a straightforward venture, or it might not be as attractive as a conventional loan. So it's important to know where you're going to land budget-wise, price point-wise, sales point-wise, so we can give you the proper guidance and set you up for success. So if you have any questions about home affordability, about how utilizing your loan limits for conventional, for FHA, for VA, possibly looking at jumbo, avoiding jumbo, or anything in between. If you have questions, we certainly have answers and can help point you in the right direction. Reach out to myself and our team at phillymb.com.